What's up everybody, it's Critical, and this is a video for the most difficult game I've ever played in my life. It's called Q-Wop, and it's fucking impossible. So, I'm commentating this while I'm playing. I'm struggling to get my character to take the proper running stance. But, what it is you are an Olympic runner by some incredible feat. But, apparently this guy has no bones or cartilage, and you must somehow control this weird ass to a 100-meter finish line. So, yep, O and P move the calves while Q and W move the thighs. And it is fucking impossible. Yep, that slowed me down here a little bit, but come on, come on. Yes, big step, big personal best, no! Ooh, bit the dust on that one. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be good. Come on. Oh, we are. Wait. Oh, he's moving his arms. Shit! Oh! Oh, yeah, it looked painful. Oh, shit. Oh, ooh. I am not making too much progress. Shit! Oh, my goodness! What happened to his leg there? That was weird. Oh, I'm running backwards. That sucks. Set a personal best in the wrong direction, though. Might as well take that for what it's worth. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. What is there any kind of strategy to this? I can kind of run backwards, but that's about it. I can't go past 1.4 for anything. This Q-Op, fucking codename the robot's asshole, is probably impossible. I don't think... Oh, actually, this is looking pretty good. Oh, yeah, this is the technique right here. This is how it's done. Now, this is truly a flawless running stance. Oh, yeah, this is good. This is how I'm gonna approach this. Going for gold. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No, no, he's on his knees! Oh, my. Yeah, that looked painful. Alright, here we go. I'm trying the same technique. As a wise man once said, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Well, I have yet to take the first step, but I sure as fuck am making some progress by this, stance. This is crazy. Uh-oh. Damn it. Oh, shit. I have lost the rhythm. Oh, shit, yeah. No, that's nothing. Just a small concussion, followed by another concussion. He's alright. Just get him back in the race. There he goes. And, here. This is it right here. Record-setting, performance. Oh, yeah, I feel this one. Oh, yeah. Getting the Q's, the W's, the O's, and the P's. Well, not really using O and P, but I'm using the Q and W. Keep it up. Ooh. That was a close one. We're almost there. Only, about 2,000 more meters. Oh shit. No, 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 no! 9.2? Not bad at all. That was a poor performance on that one. Alright, come on now. I'm going for the big leap. Oh, there it is! Yeah! What the fuck? No, he just landed on his knee. It's bullshit. Nope. Is that play under review? The officials watching the replay? Is that a challengeable play? Because that is bullshit. Damn it. Negative .8 meters. Come on. Shit. Oh, wow. You have got to be licking my nipples with the tongue of an elephant. I should be at least 700 meters down the course by now if that wasn't called down. What a terrible referee. Oh, nice start. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Oh! Ooh, no. No, that is not good. Oh, no, that is also a recipe for disaster. Now, this is it right here. Oh, shit, too much power. Damn it! Holy shit, what is going on with the character? What is this? Looks like a fucking giraffe sucking its thumb while giving birth. Human beings can't been like that. This game is a fucking abomination of the human race. Damn it! This is not possible. This is not possible at all. And the calf... Ooh. And the calf buttons don't work for shit. They're useless. Alright, here it is. As the story The Turtle and the Hare has taught us, slow and steady wins the race, and it was not the case there. Son of a bitch. Alright, it's a good start. Nice balance, nice balance, nice! Nice landing! Let's go! Yeah! Come on, use that foot to dig your way to victory, I don't know. We're really in a pickle in this one. Come on now, we can do this. Oh, what the fuck? No, that's another terrible call! Terrible, terrible call. That was just bad play there. Actually, this could be a good run right here. Oh, new strategy. Hump the ground. What the fuck is going on with his knee? I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Yep, didn't work. Well, clearly this is the most difficult game ever concocted by the human race. This game makes the world's hardest game 1 and 2 look like Ghostbusters shit. Well, that's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya. What's up, everybody? It's Critical. I'm going to be talking about some bullshit I got on YouTube this afternoon, and I was greeted with this jolly message. Most comment notifications will now be delivered by Google Plus and not to your inbox. Learn more. I have to say, it's about fucking time. I was always wondering why YouTube comments would show up in my YouTube inbox. It's really counterintuitive. I was really looking for them on my Google Plus account I don't own. Thank heavens they've implemented this feature. Now it's time to be honest. This is fucking preposterous. Obviously Google is aware that Google Plus is biting the asshole right now. It has about 40 users, and that's just abysmal for Google standards. So what they're trying to do is kickstart Google Plus using YouTube, which is already a successful platform. So they're making you sign into Google Plus to view the comments on YouTube. But not only just to view the comments, you have to sign into Google Plus to make a comment. Look at this. I want to comment on my own video. I have to fucking sign into Google Plus, despite already being signed in on YouTube. I don't have Google Plus. I don't want Google Plus. I don't even want to know Google Plus exists. I don't use Facebook. I don't use any of that shit. Why do I need Google Plus to comment on an entirely different website? Now, I know I don't comment often, really not at all. I'm certainly not about to start, not now. I don't want to sign up with Google nuts. But I know a lot of people do like to comment, and this is just an unnecessary obstacle. Here's a video YouTube put out to justify their new system. YouTube comments just got better. That's a rather subjective claim. Is there supposed to be no audio for this? Start a conversation on YouTube. You couldn't do that before, so I'm glad that's here now. Well, there's still no audio. That's terrific. I guess it really doesn't matter. The audio for this is probably just the sound of a fork twirling around in spaghetti, because this new commenting system is some soggy dog shit. I couldn't think of a more adequate soundtrack for it than that. See comments you care about up top. Well, that's rather hostile. So if you're not up top, you don't even matter. No one cares about your comment. You're just some loser. It's a very nice message to promote YouTube. Join the conversation. The new YouTube comments blow. YouTube, blow us. Let's read the official blog. Let's say you're enjoying Lindsey Sterling or Epic Rap Battle's latest video and want to join the conversation. Would you rather see comments from people you care about, including Lindsey or ERB themselves, or just whoever in the world was last to post? So everyone out there that doesn't have over 1 million subscribers, you can go fuck yourself. No one wants to read your comment. Isn't that what you're trying to say, YouTube? You bastards, that's just downright wrong. We told you recently that better commenting is coming to YouTube. When that will arrive, we'll never know. What else we have here? Remember, you're in control of how you're seen publicly on YouTube, whether that's keeping your current YouTube channel name using your own name or creating a new one. That's something I want to talk about right here. Using your own name. YouTube will not stop asking me and everyone else to use their real name. Every time you say no, they just assume that you were wrong and says, "We'll ask again later." They just think you're going to wake up the next morning miraculously and say, "You know what, I was wrong yesterday. I want to use my real name on YouTube." They think you're losing sleep over saying no. It's fucking stupid.
If you say no, they shouldn't keep asking. They're just waiting for you to slip up and say yes by accident. Then your real name's out there, and you're fucked. Now, I've been on YouTube for around 7 years, and it's undergone a lot of changes throughout that time, and people complained about those changes, but they weren't all bad. This one right here is terrible. It is the worst feature YouTube has ever tried to add. Now, I can think of 2 features they've added that were really good, though. The transition from the star system to the like system, and they had a feature not too long ago where if you clicked on a video, there was a drop-down menu above the video that you could click on and you could bring up videos from that same channel. And that was just a cool way to navigate a channel. They've blasted that feature off this site, but it was pretty cool. Back on topic, this new commenting system is just not good. And also, this message right here can go fuck itself. I don't know what this message means, but it's on top of every video I watch, and I'm tired of it. This message is a piece of shit. And I know I'm tardy to the party here, but the one channel thing that they're using here on the YouTube channels, that can go fuck itself as well. Now, to wrap up here, people shouldn't be forced to sign up for something they don't want that isn't even related to the site they're trying to use. I understand they're trying to integrate Google Plus into YouTube, but they really shouldn't do that. Or if they're going to do that, make it an option, not a requirement. It's just not the right approach at all. And unfortunately, I seriously doubt YouTube will change the commenting system. They'll probably do exactly what they've always done in the past, which is just force people to accept it. And that sucks because the commenting system is just not good right now. Really, YouTube as a whole is hard to navigate. They really, really need to do something about YouTube in general, not just the commenting system. The whole site is really convoluted. It's just a massive clusterfuck right now. They do need to fix YouTube. But I doubt they will. Hopefully they do. And yeah, that's about it. See ya. Welcome to another exciting episode of Charlie Looks at Shitty YouTube Content. Let's go ahead and dive right back into our favorite dirty toilet bowl, Fortnite. Ever since I made the Fortnite video a couple weeks back about shitty Fortnite content, I've been inundated with emails, just fucking ass blasted with emails, asking me, do you know about Allie? What's up with Allie? What the fuck is this guy's deal? This is awful, look at this shit. So I looked into this Allie character. And in a nutshell, Allie is what it looks like when you sell your soul to make money. He's YouTube's premier clickbaiter for children. He'll play whatever game's just really popping off, just whatever game's banging and slapping and making their parents' wallets cry that has the largest audience of children. Right now that's Fortnite, so he'll hop on Fortnite and clickbait the shit out of all of his videos. Misleading title, photoshopped misleading thumbnail that checks every box in the checklist for internet douchebaggery where it's a red arrow pointing at some shit with a wacky facial expression. And then that's about all of the content is, because it's not entertaining. There's no entertainment to be derived from one of his videos if you're above the age of 8 or 9. It's incredibly uninteresting. If he's playing a game, it boils down to him just saying exactly what's happening on the screen with no jokes at all. Oh, I'm building a wall right now. Oh, my wall is getting shot at by that man's counter gun. The bullets are coming at me, and I don't have a chance to shoot those bullets at him. I'm going to build another wall here. I'm now building another wall. This wall's going up real good. If he's watching a trailer and shitting his pants about it, it's always just saying what's happening in the trailer. Whoa, that's a gun in his hand. Guns usually shoot bullets. If I had a gun that shot bullets and I'm playing a video game, I'm going to be aiming those bullets at another player. I wonder if this game will let me shoot bullets at another player. Ah, remember to smash that like button, LEA Army. And that's pretty much his content in a nutshell. And that's fine because there's thousands of popular limp dicks on YouTube doing that same shit right now. I think it's kind of bad because you're deceiving people into watching your overly long shit video, but it's common practice on YouTube. You can't really be mad about that. And he knows his audience is children. Like, here's a clip of him being self-aware.
Heavy shotgun. Whoa! I am so weak. I am so weak. Keep on shooting the walls, the wrong one. I ain't behind it. 5 kills, so if we can get this, we'll be at 6.
I'm at 5 kills. If I get this, I'll be at 6. You can't dispute that arithmetic right there. He even takes a moment to teach his audience what number comes after 5, so you can clearly see he has a firm grasp on what age group his audience is in, where they're still learning this mathematics. Ultimately, though, all of this is harmless. It's just clickbait shit, and that's very common here. The only victim from these videos are the time wasted from the audience. And a lot of the times in the comment section, you'll see kids that are distraught about it. They're upset. Oh, that's the video title's totally wrong. That didn't even happen. Why did you lie to us, Ali A? Mom and Dad said if you lie, you go to hell. You should take down this video before the Lord condemns you to hell. It's shit like that, but like I said, ultimately harmless. The issue I draw with this guy is he runs these fake giveaway scams where he'll, make people believe that they're going to win something cool from him if they smash the like button, fucking annihilate the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, and write his name on their toy box out of blood. Then he'll choose someone randomly from the comments section to give away this cool shit to, and then you'll see 200,000 comments like on this video here. It's fucking absurd to me that you would think you'd actually win something from him. Now, I've done a lot of research, and I haven't found a single winner for any of his giveaways he has ever done on any of his channels. I haven't seen a single winner, and I've been sent a lot of proof in emails that they didn't win anything. I'm gonna put proof in these air quotes because it's just unreliable proof. It's, oh, I was at a bar and I heard Ali A talking to some girl saying, oh, he scams kids all the time and doesn't give shit away, but he was offering V-Bucks to her. And then other emails like, oh, I saw Ali A sitting on a bench next to 2 trees that looked suspicious, and here's an email address that I think belongs to him, maybe on AOL. Useless proof, really, but enough to get me wondering if anyone actually does win the giveaways. And I've seen a lot of people saying that no one wins, that it is just a giant scam. And I can kind of vouch for that because I haven't seen a single winner. He's never announced a winner that I've seen. I haven't seen anyone say they won anything from him, when you would think huge fans of Ali that won something from him would be bragging about it or going nuts on social media, but there's not a fucking thing about it. So I do believe that the giveaways are big fucking scams, but if I'm wrong, please speak up, Ali A enthusiasts who have actually won something from his shit-ass giveaways. I would love to see that he's not actually just blatantly scamming children. And this would be kind of a big issue if he was, because a lot of the giveaways he does are sponsored by the people, by the companies, to give that shit away. So if you're just hoarding it and then selling it on the side, I don't think they'd be too pleased about that. One thing I also don't think anyone will be pleased with is his actual content. So here's his channel. I don't need to say a whole lot about it. Just read some of this shit. All of these thumbnails are photoshopped, and he didn't even take the time out of his day to make different thumbnails each time with a different expression. He just keeps reusing the same expressions. You'll see he just repeats them over and over again ad nauseum, and it's just disgusting to even look at. This is exactly what's wrong with YouTube, in my opinion. It's so easy to game the algorithm so that way these videos are always showing up when you're looking for Fortnite 100%, and kids are always going to have their curiosities piqued by these attention-grabbing titles and thumbnails that aren't real. It's blatantly lying about the content of the video. The videos themselves are him just holding his soft cock in his hand for 25 minutes, saying nothing interesting or fun at all. And it's not just a lack of entertainment, the video titles often don't even happen in the video. For instance, when he does like a superhero challenge, like the Superman challenge, and he has a picture of a Superman Fortnite skin, kids are going to think, holy shit, that's a Superman Fortnite skin, let's click on that video. But it's not, it's just him pretending to be Superman, kind of. And then if he has a video about, oh, look, we're going to surf on the meteor, how to control the meteor to win, or how to never lose a game using this one simple tactic, the video doesn't do that. It doesn't teach you those things, and that doesn't happen in the video. It's a blatant lie. Now, when you do make the mistake of clicking on one of his videos, and if the Lord is really not happy with you today and your ad blocker crashes, you get at least 5 mid-roll advertisements here, and he places them so strategically to nickel and dime the absolute most he can out of the system. He puts 3 in the beginning because that's when viewer retention is the highest. Throughout the middle, there's none, and then towards the end, he puts 2 more. It's smart if you're a greedy asshole who's sold his soul to make money, but you're a big piece of shit for doing this. I really just don't have a whole lot more to say about this guy. His content makes me want to puke out of my asshole. It's just awful to watch. But what makes it even worse is that it does seem like he's scamming the kids that watch. And he's just getting all of these extra likes and comments and shit by pretending to give away things. So he's cheating, in essence. YouTube really needs a rule where if you're going to do a giveaway, you need to have a follow-up where you show who won. And that needs to be a rule, because this isn't the only guy doing fake giveaways. There's a lot that do this shit. But his is pretty fucking bad. and his content is even worse. That's really about it. Fortnite is absolutely bringing out the worst in internet douchebags, and this is just further proof. But yeah, see ya. 3 a.m. The scariest hour of all 24. It's the hour where the hash-slinging slasher will come out and jerk you off too hard if you've been naughty. You thought the 3 a.m. challenge was dead? You thought it was finally safe to sleep with both eyes closed. You thought you didn't have to worry about getting a late-night phone call from a Ouija board while you were coloring in your coloring book. You thought, right, that fucking 3 a.m. challenge trend is super dead, but there's still one man, one brave hero, one martyr, still trying to squeeze that last bit of juice out of it, still trying to milk the dried-out titties of the 3 a.m. challenge. His name's J-Station. All he makes is shitty 3 a.m. content. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's just where limp-dicked YouTubers just exploit whatever big meme or trend is going on at 3 a.m. Like, don't send a fax to Dame tu cosita at 3 a.m. Don't say Freddy Fazbear's name 3 times into your bathroom mirror while flicking the lights on and off. Don't call Watto at 3 a.m. because he might ask you to pod race. Just stupid shit like that. J-Station's the last one I know of that's still doing it, so let's go ahead and tune into his newest upload.
What the hell? Yo, Jay! God. Oh my god, bro. I swear on everything, that's the doppelganger shit. Swear to God. I swear to God. What the hell? Yo, Jay, I'm telling you, that's the doppelganger. What's poppin', guys? Back with another 3 a.m. challenge.
Calling ourselves on FaceTime at 3 a.m. Gone wrong. Well, I'm fucking hooked already. What a terrifying concept. I would never FaceTime myself in broad daylight, let alone at 3 a.m. J-Station is a fucking fearless champion of lit savagery.
3 a.m. together, guys. Jordan was here with me on the first day that I FaceTime myself, and my doppelganger actually came to the house.
Hey Jay, was it you or your doppelganger that got arrested at Disney? I didn't read the story or the reasons why, but when I typed your name on Google when I was trying to find out why your Twitter account got banned, this is the first thing that popped up.
It's rumored if you call yourself at 3 a.m. on FaceTime, your doppelganger, aka your dark twin, will pick up on FaceTime and come for you. This actually works, guys.
No, it doesn't. And what do you mean it's rumored? I've never heard that rumor. Where did you even find that? On the fucking scary ghost story campfire section on the Minecraft forums?
And are gonna FaceTime our own phone numbers at 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. This is gonna be a banger. Let's hit 50,000 likes. The last video got 1.5 million views. Smash the like button right now.
Smash that like button, lit fam. If this video hits 50,000 likes, I'll flex my asshole on video camera at 3 a.m. Never know what might happen there.
Boxes. I could literally make a haunted box fort mansion. I know, that would be so lit, guys. Like, why throw them out? I should definitely make that box fort mansion.
It's gonna be a banger video, bro.
Guys, smash the like button right now if you want to see that video.
Alright, well I think that idea sucks urethra, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave one of these bad boys right here. Bang.
Okay, so he's calling his own number, guys. Nobody call his number. Like, don't ruin his freaking phone number.
Nobody call my number.
I'm freaking scared, dude. It's keeping on ringing. Bro, this is crazy.
Bro, guys, one time I sent an email to myself, my own fucking email address. I got it in my sent folder and my inbox folder. Shit was fucking crazy. Damn, this is wild what we're watching right here. Jesus Christ, J-Station and, J-Station lookalike clone douchebag guy, they're fucking pioneers. This shit is insane, edge of your seat type action.
Are you joking right now? It actually worked?
What the hell, dude?
What the Why?
No.
Yo, I can't believe this is working right now. Oh my god. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Oh baby, all those years of high school drama are really paying off here. Real method actors out here. Fucking watch out, Oscars. They're gonna sweep every category. It's fucking incredible what they've done here with this performance. I feel like I'm watching one of those old, 2008 Joker impression videos where a lot of people in their dorm room are doing Joker impressions poorly. Except this is that times 10.
Please don't come after me, please.
Bro, I don't know what to do.
What are you gonna do? What's my family gonna say now?
Well, luckily I'm not part of your family, so far be it from me to tell you what they're going to say, but if I had to venture a guess, they're probably going to say you're fucking insane and suffering a schizophrenic episode.
Yo, he hung up! What the hell? Hung up on me, bro.
Dude, what the hell do we do? I knew this was gonna go wrong, bro.
What do you mean you knew it was gonna go wrong? Isn't this exactly how you would want it to play out? I'm gonna go ahead and suspend my disbelief and pretend to be a fucking brain-dead 4-year-old here and accept that this is real. So at a conceptual level, didn't you want to call and have them answer? I don't think you wanted to call and have absolutely nothing happen. Oh, we're gonna FaceTime our own number at 3 a.m. Oh, they didn't answer. Shit. Well, hey, remember to smash that fucking like button for the try.
Okay, maybe guys, I'll call mine and I'll tell Jordan on the doppelganger world to not come. I'll just tell him we're sorry and try to get him not to actually come. Please.
Shitty tattoos Danny Phantom over here with a bulletproof plan. I'll call the ghost dimension the doppelganger world and ask them not to come over and I'll apologize. The fuck are you apologizing for anyway? Doppelganger world is probably boring as shit. You probably just made their night. Probably sucks over there, especially because they have to be your dumbass doppelgangers. They're probably happy as shit. There's nothing to apologize for.
Yo, dude, we are sorry. Tell Jordan not to come.
Please. Oh my god, Jay.
What the hell?
Please tell him not to come.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Tell him not to come.
Oh my god, Jay.
What did I do? Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, that has to at least be a little embarrassing to film, right? You have to feel some level of shame.
Oh my god. Dude, he hung up the phone. What the hell do we do, bro? We shouldn't have done this, dude.
I was sitting here for a good 2 minutes trying to figure out what those lines are going down the back of his ear. At first I thought it was like bird shit because there's a bird right to the left of it, but that wouldn't make any sense because the bird's not going to shit out of its mouth, and especially not that frequently like that. The only explanation that I came up with that made sense for the tattoo is that the artist must have dozed off while tattooing behind his ear and just made those lines as they were falling asleep.
Yeah, it's still locked, bro. Where'd he go?
Now that's how you do a jump scare. Poorly. Jump scares are usually pretty shitty, but this one somehow takes the cake of being the worst one. This almost feels like a mic drop on jump scares. Like, I honestly feel like that just killed jump scares across the board. Like, you know how when Gangnam Style got big and your parents started doing it, and then everyone just wanted Gangnam Style to go away? That's what J-Station just did to jump scares.
Should I go on?
I have nothing to say about that. I really fucking like that a lot. Fucking nearly fell over opening the door, trying to be like a scary doppelganger guy coming in. I can already look at like his script note. Well, I'm giving way too much credit. They didn't have a script for this clearly because the whole thing is just, bro, guys, man, banger, lit. It's the whole dialogue here. But I can already imagine like what they were saying. Like, how should I open this door? How can I make it scary? Okay, why don't you just open the door? Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
There's a freaking knife. Or that's scissors. It's better than nothing, yo. If he gets through, stab him, bro. Stab him. I know that's me, but you gotta do it.
Why do you have duct tape and scissors on your sink counter? You're up to some weird shit, J-Station. I think the guy we're following behind the camera might actually be the doppelganger.
I'm Jordan.
I don't know who to believe, bro.
That's the doppelganger. That's the doppelganger. Jay, you gotta believe me.
Oh shit, this is quite a pickle Jay finds himself in. Quick, ask him questions only the real Jordan would know. Alright, tough guys, how small is my dick then? Whew, hope you were wearing your diapers, because you definitely needed that. Definitely soiled. Well, there's the 3 a.m. challenge. As you can see, it's still fucking awful. See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're amid global panic with the coronavirus still at large, but what if I told you there's a new pandemic sweeping this world, and this one's got a TikTok? I'm talking, of course, about the OK Boomer dancing Bernie girl from Twitter. She's taken over Twitter like Skynet taking over the military in the Terminator franchise, and much like Skynet, she's weaponized it. She has inadvertently turned simps into a weapon. You got men blocking their wives on Twitter so they can simp for her in private. You have brave soldiers fighting for her love on the front lines of every single comment thread ever. It's fucking madness. It's crazy out there. It's true hysteria and quite the phenomenon. She's got up 120,000 Twitter followers in the last 4 days. You can't log on to Twitter without reading about it or seeing it. It's crazy. Let me go ahead and show you the clip now.
Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Yeah, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer.
I don't know what Kids Bop album the song is from, but it's quite the jam. Now you'll notice she's wearing a Bernie shirt with a hashtag Bernie thing. I don't like to get political, don't know fuck all about politics, not gonna pretend like I do, but in this case, it wasn't about politics, it's about politics. The Twitter audience only cared about obsessing over the girl, nothing political. I mean, maybe Bernie cared. I mean, maybe Bernie went to her Twitch streams and dropped a fat 50 gift subs. I don't really know there. But on Twitter, they only cared about the girl, not the politics behind it or anything like that. Congratulations to her, though. Her name is Nico. She blew up because of this, so good work for her. I don't know about the song. I mean, the song's kind of fucking weird. It just sounds like Tommy Pickles and the gang getting together to do karaoke. I don't really like the song. But you can't argue with the results. This shit popped off. And like I said, this spawned an actual conflict, a real war that we'll most likely be reading about on Wikipedia in the next 2 or 3 years, where you had the simps that really thought that they could fall in love, that the girl would fall in love with them if they kept trying hard enough to defend her and fight her battles on Twitter, versus the people that didn't like the TikTok dance, people that just don't like TikToks. They went to battle. They fought on multiple Twitter threads across multiple days. It was bloody conflict, ruthless and vicious, until today.
I recently got me and my boyfriend shirts, Bernie shirts.
Did you catch that? I'll play it again.
I recently got me and my boyfriend shirts.
Me and my boyfriend, she said. The queen betrayed the simps. Nay, she outright brought them outside and publicly executed them. She announced she had a boyfriend, and this was when the peace treaty was signed, where both sides said, you know what, we don't have a chance, let's just move the fuck on. So while this may have ended the majority of the weaponized simping, there were still some remnants of soldiers on Twitter that didn't know the war was over. Kind of like the Japanese holdout soldiers, where they still defended islands and shit for like 60 years after World War II was over because they didn't know. That's kind of what exists on Twitter right now. Of course, as always, there were those really fucking creepy posts claiming that they had the girl's nudes. It was just trolls where they had a completely blank picture that made it seem like the picture wasn't loading. So in all these posts, there were some really desperate, pathetic weirdos that were begging to get the photos, you know, DM, Discord, like this guy here fucking factory resets his phone. I'm surprised he didn't bring it into the Apple store to see if he could help him. It's some really sad shit, but there was a lot of this going on as well. Really, it's been a wild time on Twitter with this simp war that's both started and ended within a week, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention in case you haven't been on Twitter, just to bring you up to speed. And if you haven't been on Twitter, congratulations, that shit's a real swamp, a big old fucking cesspool, but I did find this to be pretty entertaining stuff. That's about it. So yeah. Today, Mixer dropped a surprise announcement by saying it's shutting down, they're giving up, and even more so than that, they're closing the doors and lighting the entire fucking thing on fire, because they're not just closing the company, they're taking all of the streamers from Mixer and moving them over to Facebook Gaming if they choose to go, which is a fate worse than death, so it's actually just spitting in all of their faces. Now, for those that don't know what Mixer is, which I imagine a lot of you have no idea what I'm talking about, you've probably only heard of Mixer as like a punchline to a joke. Mixer was a streaming service that was supposed to be a competitor to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Gaming, but it was never really able to get its footing. It was never able to really get its dick wet in this field of streaming. It couldn't capture an audience that would keep coming back. Even though they made some power plays, they took the two biggest streamers in the world away from Twitch, Ninja and Shroud, and had them exclusively streaming on Mixer, but not even that was enough. People just left when Ninja or Shroud went offline, which sucks, but that's what happened. People didn't stick around to find new streamers on Mixer or explore anything, so Mixer just couldn't find a viewer base or anything. So you can't ever really say Mixer even competed with Twitch and YouTube in that respect, because it wasn't even close. It'd be like saying, you know, the JV high school quarterback is competing with Tom Brady for the starting lineup on the Buccaneers. It's just not even the same fucking ballpark. The only thing Mixer was competing with was like some obscure, outdated shit. Like if AOL had a streaming service, it'd probably be going to head-to-head with Mixers. It just didn't take off. Even though they did take the biggest talent in the streaming field and put it on their platform, it just didn't work. And I honestly think it's a shame. I made it clear when I talked about this after they took Ninja and Shroud, I don't like Mixer just because I don't like the layout of it, but I liked that it existed. I liked that it wanted to compete because competition, especially in something like streaming, is absolutely great for everyone who streams or anyone who watches streams. As I'm sure all of you know, competition is the best thing there is when it comes to business because it forces companies to improve and actually listen to consumers, otherwise they risk losing them to a competitor that is. And that's what I thought Mixer could be for something like Twitch, where Twitch was having a lot of problems and it wasn't listening to its community, but now Mixer had just taken their two biggest stars away from them. Maybe that would force Twitch to, you know, reevaluate how they run the site. But unfortunately, Mixer just couldn't get to a level where they were an actual threat to something like Twitch or YouTube or Facebook gaming. And I think that's unfortunate, but this shutdown is more than just a company shutting down. This has absolutely devastated a lot of people that have dedicated their lives to streaming on Mixer. And this, I feel like a lot of people probably knew this day was coming at some point, but just not this soon. This was like a septic tank that just fucking blew up. A stick of dynamite was shoved in there by Microsoft, and they just blew the whole thing wide open here. Microsoft did what it does best. Ruin a fucking company. Not that Mixer was doing incredible on its own, but Microsoft gave it the curse. Who remembers Skype? You guys remember Skype? Skype was a household name. When you thought of talking online, texting your friends on the computer, voice or video chat with your friends, you thought of Skype. Hey, I'm going to Skype my friends. Got to hop on Skype. Got to talk to some friends. I'm going to get on Skype tonight. We're going to hang out. Skype. Everyone knew what Skype was. It was huge. It was the go-to for chatting online. And then Microsoft does what it does best, and fuck it. Nowadays, Zoom. Zoom now has that brand recognition, but Skype used to have that. And Skype today is basically just official malware. Skype is literally a fucking virus on your computer. There's been no improvements to it, no changes, nothing to make it competitive with anything. It's just been this stagnated hemorrhoid on your fucking computer that ships with a computer by default at this point. It's just a fucking worthless piece of shit. But it didn't have to be that way. It was literally a household name and probably one of the biggest programs on the internet for a long time. But Microsoft didn't know what to do with it and just let it die. They've now done the same with Mixer, except with Mixer, they tried two things. They tried poaching streaming talent and then nothing else. That was their second approach. Let's just do nothing and see if it works. Well, our first thing didn't work. Okay, we're done. That's what they did. Maybe there was a future for Mixer. But Microsoft didn't want to play the long game. They acquired Mixer in 2016, 2017, I don't quite remember, but either one, it doesn't matter. It was still very young in its infancy, and they only really tried in the last year to do anything meaningful with it by taking Twitch streamers, and really, they did change things. That made streamers realize, okay, so we're worth something to these companies, which allowed them to negotiate contracts with Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook. So they did do something, but it didn't grow their platform. And that, or at least it didn't grow it as fast as they wanted it to. They were trying to fucking speed run streaming services here without ever putting in the actual work to organically grow it, and then they gave up. It didn't even take a full fucking year. Ninja and Shroud, they are kings in this right here. They fucking came out like an actual goddamn god. They got a huge deal to exclusively stream on Mixer. They kept their Twitch accounts. They didn't even have to stream on Mixer for a full year. And now Mixer is closed and had to pay their entire contracts in full and can go right back to Twitch. They have the freedom to go to wherever they want, and they'll likely go back to Twitch. That is huge. So congrats to them. But it really fucking sucks for all the smaller streamers on Mixer that didn't get partnered by Mixer or did get partnered by Mixer, dedicated everything to it, and now have nothing except the, hey, why don't you try Facebook gaming? That's like getting a Jelly of the Month Club membership that you have no desire for. It's just worthless. And they just let everyone know over a Twitter post. They didn't even have the decency to reach out to, their top Mixer talent and be like, hey guys, look, this is what's going on. We're going to need to figure something out together. They didn't even do that. They just fucking dropped it on Twitter. And then if you went to Mixer after that announcement, almost every stream on there was fuck Mixer, with the people crying, literally crying, because, they dedicated their lives to Mixer, investing in the potential, the possibility that Mixer could be an actual competitor to the big boys, and they must have fallen in love with something specific about the platform that now they just got fucked out of, with no warning, and that's terrible. Now, I imagine everyone on Mixer will probably go to Twitch, and I imagine their viewership will actually probably increase because, Mixer, again, was really struggling in that regard, so it could be a net positive for some of these creators, but that's down the line. Immediately, their live, it's come to a screeching halt because of this decision out of the blue with no warning. So now they have no plans and no preparation that they're going to have to figure out where to go from here. And I can tell you where they're not going, Facebook gaming. 100%. I can tell you the majority of those people are not going to Facebook gaming. Even if the platform looks appealing to them, out of pure principle after what Mixer did to them, they will not be joining Facebook gaming. I can almost assure you of that. And especially when Facebook gaming has a program called Level Up, that shit's terrible. That has no actual relevance to what I'm talking about, but I hate when these companies use gamer terms to talk about shit like, this is the Level Up program, this is the Prestige First Edition program. I hate that. Shit's embarrassing. At least with Twitch and other things, this is a subscribe. These are bits. That's about it. No goofy fucking Discord jargon. Oh, this is the high elves sprinkle dust. Look at this. It seems nice guy Mc45 has just sparked up 15 quablobbles on ya. Wowee. Hate that shit. So fuck the level up program. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because it is such a big deal. I did make a video initially talking about when Mixer took Ninja away from Twitch and, where I thought that was going to lead. Spoiler alert, I was totally fucking wrong. I thought Mixer was actually going to be a competitor to Twitch in like 2 or 3 years. They didn't even make it a full fucking year after that decision, so I overestimated Microsoft's ability to stick with something, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I just thought this was something that was worth talking about, and really good luck to everyone on Mixer that's now looking for where they're gonna go next. That's about it. So, yeah. Twitter is a remarkable cesspool, but there's never a shortage of interesting things you can find on Twitter, and it pains me to admit, sometimes I'll just be glued to some shit going on Twitter. Today was one of those cases. So for those that don't know, and for those lucky few that don't use Twitter, congratulations, first of all. But second of all, you missed out on a fucking classic scam. So today, a lot of big celebrities' Twitter pages were hacked. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Barack Obama, all of the pages were hacked and posted the same message, which is right here. It is send bitcoins to this wallet and I'll send double the amount of bitcoins back to you. This is a literal RuneScape scam. To anyone that grew up with RuneScape, you will immediately recognize this doubling scam. And it was pulled on the biggest possible stage. I genuinely couldn't believe how popular this was. I saw it when I was on the shitter, and I could feel my asshole smiling. I half expected to scroll down into the comments and see another post from the hackers saying, also, send all of your most expensive clothing to this address and we'll trim it for you for free. Just really commit to all the RuneScape scams. For those that don't know, I'm sure all of you know RuneScape scams like free armor trimming and the doubling scam. But the only people that usually fall for that is children, like 14-year-old kids in their first journey into the RuneScape world where they go to the Grand Exchange and they see someone saying, hey, trade me gold and I'll give you double gold back. And as a kid, you trust everyone. You're like, oh, wow, mister, that sounds like a great idea, but just I want to be safe. So you trade them like a small amount, like 10K, and then the scammer has no problem just giving you 20K back and immediately earns your trust. It's like giving you a lollipop before you get into their van. Yeah, you just trusted like, oh, wow, they're legit. Okay, let me give them all of my bank money so I can double this real quick, and then they just take it and run. Because you don't recognize that, not everyone's great. Sometimes people just want to fuck you in the mouth. And that's the case on RuneScape when it comes to doubling, and it was just pulled off in the real world to a remarkably successful degree. You can see the transactions that went to the wallet since they publicly posted the wallet. I cut it out in the video here. So if you check the wallet, they made $110,000 off these posts. These aren't children. Children don't have bitcoins. Kids don't even know what cryptocurrency is. They probably think it's just a TikTok dance or some shit. So these aren't kids that got scammed today. These are cryptocurrency hodlers. And I find it super surprising because a lot of people that got into cryptocurrency a couple years ago or even more recently act so intellectually superior to everyone else just because they followed a trend and bought some obscure coins off fucking Polonius or some shit. Oh, is that paper money? Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with that if you're a Neanderthal. The mind of a simpleton. I truly don't think I'll ever understand it. You can keep your dollar bills. I'll stick with my Ripple and Globlin coins. It's cryptocurrency. You wouldn't know what that means. And then today, they just fell victim to the oldest scam in the book. It's fucking crazy. I'd never celebrate someone getting scammed, but how the fuck could you have possibly fallen for a doubling scam? Especially from the accounts of Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Barack Obama. How can you possibly think that people that wealthy would need you to send your Bitcoin into them so they could send double back? In what universe does that make any sense? On RuneScape, there's kind of an excuse. Because, you don't know who's on the other end of that keyboard. It really could just be someone looking to do a good deed or some shit. That does kind of happen on RuneScape from time to time. But here, why the fuck would billionaires be asking for the money up front in order to send it back? I just can't wrap my head around who could possibly fall for that. But people did. $110,000 worth of Bitcoin got sent to that fucking address in less than an hour. That's how many people fell for that. And if you look at the replies to it, you can see some really sad stuff, some really upsetting things from actual people. You can see their account. It's real people saying things like, "This is just what I needed. Thank you so much, Bill Gates. This is really going to mean the world. I don't have a whole lot of Bitcoin, but doubling this really will just make such a huge impact for my life. And I really can't thank you enough, Bill." And then he sends that shit in, and obviously he's not getting anything back because you're just fucking paying a scammer. It's the same people that probably fall for telemarketing scams telling you that your computer has a fucking coronavirus on it or something. It's really surprising. And it's Twitter's fault. It's obviously Twitter's fault that this was even allowed to happen and that it persisted for as long as it did. It didn't last for longer than an hour, but even that, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. So I'd like this to serve as a nice little PSA for everyone watching. Don't take everything at face value. Just ask questions like, why would Bill Gates want to double my Bitcoin? And why would I need to pay him first? I think I'll just wait and see how this plays out. People, for some reason, jump at every opportunity and just take everything they see online at face value without doing even the slightest bit of research or, at the very least, thinking about it for more than 5 seconds. I feel like on the internet, everything's like instant gratification. You see something pop up and you have to like it right away. Or you see an opportunity and you have to just jump right on it. Send me your used panties right now and I'll send you $500. Then you go and buy a pair of panties or something to send in. You don't get the money back because obviously they're just huffing the panties for themselves. You just need to just stop taking everything at face value. I think a lot of people learned a very important lesson today, and it was a very expensive one too. It's a fucking shame, and I actually can't believe a doubling money scam just got pulled off in the real world. That's fucking wild. RuneScape economics actually do kind of translate to the real world, it seems. Fucking insane. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. That's about it. So yeah. Twitter is a place where fun and happiness goes to die. But people have talked about how shitty Twitter is a million times by now. I'm not going to be talking about that today. I'm not here to add another noodle to that spaghetti. Instead, I want to talk about my favorite moment on Twitter. And this is a classic. This is something that I still think about pretty often, and it puts a big goofy smile on my face. And I'd like to share it with all of you just in case you weren't on Twitter at that time. And if you weren't, God bless you. Keep up the good work. But for those of you that may have missed it, I'd just like to bring it to your attention because this was truly one of the best moments on Twitter in my opinion. This happened in the crazy, wild, and wacky year of 2018. It was August 21st, and a young Charles White had only just recently celebrated his 23rd birthday. At the time, I hadn't even considered growing my hair out. How naive I was back then. A silly, short-haired Charles in all his hubris took to Twitter on August 21st, as he typically did, just perusing and seeing what was going on, cruising the internet, when all of a sudden, his eyes were drawn to a developing story that was starting to really make waves on the platform. And the story involved NASA and a recently hired intern. Everyone shut the fuck up. I got accepted for a NASA internship. That's absolutely massive. That's huge. Like, that is a big accomplishment and something definitely worthy of celebration. Like, shit, I would be going wild too, ripping my shirt off and twirling it over my head if NASA even asked me to lick their toilet seats clean. So absolutely, I see the jubilation they were going through, but perhaps they celebrated a bit too aggressively. A while after the initial tweet, there was this response from a man named Homer Hickam, and he said something very simple: language. This is some shit like right out of a movie. One single word that changes everything, and it did. You see, on Twitter, most people assume that when there's just a picture of a person and they're an older person, that it's either a fake account or someone that they can just bully. I don't know why Twitter has that impression that old people just deserve to be bullied on the internet, but that's how it goes on Twitter, where everyone gets bullied. So Homer came in here and just dropped his cock on the celebration, just flopped his meat out on the fucking birthday cake here, and just said exactly what every teacher growing up would say when the class was getting rowdy: language. And the community didn't take too kindly to that, and especially not the original poster, who replied with this: "Suck my dick and balls, I'm working at NASA." This is one of those lines that would be on their tombstone, because this was a big mistake. Like Icarus, they had flown too close to the sun and were burning up now. Because they didn't just talk shit to a random person on Twitter, they said this to Homer Hickam, who holds the entire future of this person's career in the palm of his hand. It just like, his picture reminds me of Chris Hansen, and just like Chris Hansen, Homer Hickman has come out here and fucking shocked this person. Homer Hickman responds by saying, "And I am on the National Space Council that oversees NASA." You basically couldn't have chosen a worse person to say suck my dick and balls to. When it comes to their new job, they basically just told Jesus Christ to suck their dick and balls. It was a bold and foolish move, because our original poster here lost the internship. And it wasn't Homer Hickam who caused them to lose their internship. He didn't go to corporate, talk to the manager, and demand they lose it or anything like that. He didn't tattletale. They lost their internship naturally as a result of this conversation catching so much steam online. And Homer Hickam actually ran a blog where he talked about this, where he defended this person and elaborates a little bit further on the situation. So Homer Hickman seems like a fucking great guy. I'll go ahead and read his blog post to you now, which is unfortunately deleted, but it has been archived, so here it is. Social media. I love the way he starts this. It's like immediately professional, as if he's giving a full-blown fucking press release here to Twitter. Recently, it was called to my attention on Twitter that someone was being hired by NASA and that they were using the F word in a tweet about it. I'm a Vietnam vet and not at all offended by the F word. However, when I saw NASA and the word used together, it occurred to me that this young person might get in trouble if NASA saw it, so I tweeted to her one word, language, and intended to leave it at that. Soon, her friends took umbrage and said a lot of unkind things, but long after I was gone, as I immediately deleted my comments and blocked all concerned. Classic Twitter, bullying this guy until he just deactivates his shit, not surprising. Later, I learned she had lost her offer for an internship with NASA. This I had nothing to do with, nor could I, since I do not hire and fire at the agency or have any say on employment whatsoever. As it turned out, it was due to NASA hashtag her friends used that called the agency's attention to it long after my comments were gone. Again, classic Twitter. They thought they were helping, but they made it significantly fucking worse. It was all of her friends spamming NASA, which showed them the initial tweet of this person being extremely fucking hostile to a high-ranking NASA employee. So, excellent work, Twitter. We did it. She reached out to me with an unnecessary apology, which I heartily accepted and returned with my own. After talking to her, I am certain she deserves a position in the aerospace industry, and I'm doing all I can to secure her one that will be better than she lost. I have also talked to the folks that had to do with her internship and made absolutely certain that there will be no black mark on her record. Signed, Homer Hickam. It would have been such a power move and a huge mic drop if he didn't sign Homer Hickam and instead just ends it with, "Suck my dick and balls now." This guy seems like a real fucking class act. He gets absolutely fisted, his mud tunnel stretched on Twitter, unjustly, since he was literally just looking out for them in the first place by saying, hey, language, you shouldn't be saying NASA and fuck and suck dick and balls all in the same thing. NASA probably doesn't like that. Literally just looking out for this person and got nothing but hostility in response and having to deactivate his shit, and he still goes out of his way to try and help the person. That right there is a great guy. Now, from everything I've read, they never got the internship back, though they are still pursuing that field, and they were qualified for the position and still are qualified, but they no longer are offered that internship at NASA, and that's pretty much where the story ends. I just thought this was a truly fucking wild ride since I watched it happen in real time for the most part, and it was just so fucking crazy to see it go from like, I'm so happy, suck my fucking cock and balls, loser, I'm on NASA. Oh, there goes my internship. Just like this, it was like a full 4-act play, and it played out beautifully. And it was just great. So I just wanted to share that with all of you in case you never saw it, didn't know about it, and yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. When you think of an apology video, you probably picture some stinky, goofy YouTuber petting their dog and fake crying, just trying to appear remorseful, and it's always just embarrassing, looking like some shit out of South Park where they're like tweaking on their nipples and saying, I'm sorry. Because for a long time, YouTubers have had a monopoly on shitty apology videos. Until today. Travis Scott, the famous rapper most known for his McDonald's meal, the Travis Scott Burger, has proven himself to be an innovator not only in avoidable concert-related deaths, but also in shitty apology videos. He posted his own bad apology video on Instagram today, and I thought it's only fair that we look at it. Now, I'm sure you already know, but Travis Scott was addressing the tragedy that happened at his concert Astroworld the night before, where 8 people died and 300 others were injured. This was due to a lot of factors, but the main one being crowd crush. Crowd crush is when a huge crowd of people occupies a small space and everyone gets too close together and inadvertently starts pushing on each other, which suffocates people in the middle. They die from asphyxiation. Crowd crush is an agonizing and horrible death, which unfortunately 8 people suffered yesterday at his concert. I made a video going over this, and since then there's been a few people that went to my Twitch streams just to say Travis Scott did nothing wrong and bears no responsibility and called me a cuck. And I swear to God, if I have to read one of those brainlet takes one more time, I'm gonna go sicko mode. I will say again, while Travis Scott wasn't responsible for the conditions that caused the horrible crowd management and the crowd crushing, he had ample opportunity to pause the concert or stop the show altogether. People were saying Travis Scott didn't know what was going on, so had no reason to stop the concert. So I guess they just think Travis Scott is the dumbest man on the planet who performs with his eyes closed. I don't know. Because if you just look at the pictures taken from the stage or some of the video from the stage, you can literally just see an ambulance going across the crowd because there's ambulances at all times throughout the concert because people were dropping over unconscious, literally dropping like flies. You were statistically more likely to die at the Travis Scott concert than you were shark attack, lightning strike, fucking driving in a destruction derby. Like, it was a lot of people falling unconscious and an ambulance pretty much at all times in the crowd. And the crowd, of course, dancing on top of the ambulance, all of which was visible from the stage. And also the crowd was begging the organizers as well as screaming at Travis to stop the concert. But even still, let's assume all of that. Travis didn't see the ambulance. He didn't see or hear anyone begging him to stop the concert. There is a clip that I mentioned in my video where Travis Scott literally tells security to get one of the unconscious bodies out of there. He noticed that one of the guys was fallen unconscious or something. He asked security to get him out. Security is crowd surfing the guy's body out of the venue as Travis Scott is watching and singing at the body, literally giving it a walk-off song. Travis Scott knew people were falling unconscious, as evident from that one clip alone, and he still chose not to pause, take a break, or stop the concert. He bears a lot of responsibility, and Travis Scott has stopped concerts before for much less. There's a very popular clip that's now floating around where Travis Scott crowd surfed and got his shoes taken, and he stopped the concert on the spot to spit on the guy that took his shoes and tell the crowd to beat his ass. So Travis Scott has stopped concerts for his shoes, but doesn't stop it for the loss of life. So he values shoes more than people's lives, I guess, more than his fans' lives. That's the impression I get. Travis Scott bears responsibility, accept it, stop defending him, stop huffing that copium. Now, with that being said, let's check out his apology video.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience.
Man, you can tell this clip is serious because he put the black and white filter on it. Fuck. You can tell it's really getting to him. This whole apology video looks like he was just woken up out of a deep slumber and forced to make this by, like, his lawyer or something. Like, hey, get the fuck out of bed, we need you to make an apology video. And he's like, still sleepy. He's like, oh, fuck, okay. Hey, guys, sorry. And then he's like rubbing his face really hard, hoping to get 1 or 2 tears to come out, but they just won't fall. He can't get the tears flowing. It seems more like he's annoyed than sad. Like, this is how I react when my dog takes a shit on the carpet. It's like, ugh, fuck, it's on the carpet, which means I'm gonna need to use, like, nature's miracle or something to get it off, and it's gonna be a big mess. Oh, Jesus.
And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need,
Yeah, but you didn't. You did identify someone who was unconscious. You identified someone's lifeless body and told security to get out of there. And then you started singing to the body and then continued on the show. Like, you immediately just went into a song. So, I mean, you did identify it, and I mean, I guess you got them the help they needed, getting them crowd surfed out of there, but you didn't stop the show. Even after finding that, you still continued.
I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department, everyone to, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities.
Yeah, every single person involved in Astro World here needs to be held accountable. The second people started breaking through security checkpoints and climbing fences to flood the venue, they should have taken precautions to pause the concert, delay it, or something, because they were not equipped to handle that capacity, and this is the natural result of that. It's a true fucking tragedy, and everybody, Travis Scott included, needs to be held accountable for what happened here. Now, I did read reports that there was someone who injected a security guard with a needle, which caused the security guard to pass out. I don't know if there was some kind of, fucking supervillain there injecting people with something, but even if that was the case and not everything was related to crowd crush, there was still plenty of people recognizing all of these unconscious bodies and should have stopped the concert. If anything, that would be more reason to stop the concert, and they still chose not to, which is an even higher level of negligence.
Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
As is standard practice for apology videos, there isn't an apology. There's no "I'm sorry." It's crazy. Every single fucking apology video ever, for some reason, lacks the most basic apology. A simple "I'm sorry." Nothing. None of that present here. And I just wanted to go over it. It's not like a very informative video or anything interesting, but it just shows how disconnected celebrities are, that this seemed like a good idea to him. At no point do I get the impression he truly cares about what happened. It seems more like he's worried about potential lawsuits that he's going to face. And not potential, the inevitable lawsuits that he and his team will face. It seems like something that he was forced to make, as is pretty clear by how uninterested he looks in the video. And it's so baffling. Why even bother at this point? He made a Twitter statement. Why did he even bother making this when he clearly doesn't seem to care that much? He doesn't even take responsibility at all. So, I mean, I just wanted to at least show this since he did post this apology video on Instagram. And, yeah, that's about it. So, yeah.